Okay, there's one final thing that you can do in this menu, and that is rotation. So for this one, I think I'm just going to choose to fit, and I'm just going to rotate it by using these arrows here. And as you can see, I can rotate my clip 90 degrees. Clockwise. If I didn't want to do that, I could go counterclockwise. And maybe I've just decided that right side up is probably the best. And of course, when I'm done, I can click done. Possibly your next step would be recording a voiceover. And the way that you record a voiceover is to click on this microphone here. As you see, if you mouse over it, it does say voiceover. So you can click on voiceover, and you can see on the screen it is using my built-in microphone. If you have a USB microphone or you have some other sort of input, you can record from there, but for now we'll use the built-in microphone. If I am a very quiet talker, I can increase the volume. If I'm a very loud talker, I can decrease the volume. I would say leave the noise reduction. This is your background noise, and generally, whether you realize or not, there is some sort of background noise, whether it's white noise or whatever else, TV noise, other things happening. So I would say leave that there. Okay, so once you're ready, you can drag your mouse, which now has a microphone attached to it, to wherever you would like to start recording your voiceover from. So what will happen is you will click there, and it will give you a 3-second countdown, and you'll see it'll start to record, and then you obviously should start talking. So it will go something like this. This is my movie. This is me in Chicago's Chinatown. These are my cats. This is a sculpture in my neighborhood. And this is my band. If I'm recording the voiceover for the entire movie, I don't need to stop it at any point. If I do want to stop my voiceover recording, I can click the space bar just as I would if I were stopping the playback of my movie. When I'm done with the voiceover, I can just exit out by clicking the X in the upper left-hand corner of the box. And if I want to preview it, again, I just press the space bar. This is my movie. This is me in Chicago's Chinatown. These are my cats. This is a sculpture in my neighborhood. And this is my band. Okay, and there we have it. Okay, so we've got our voiceover, we've got our pictures, we've got our transitions, we've got titles. Let's make it a little more exciting by adding in some music. So just as you did in the basics tutorial, you're going to click on the music notes, and that will take you to your music and sound effects. Again, you need to make sure that you're using either music that you've written or music that comes from a Creative Commons source, such as freemusicarchive.org. So what you can do is you can, in your iTunes or in your GarageBand, you can find a song that suits your needs, and if you know the name of the band or the song, you can type it into the little search bar. Okay, these are things that in the basics, so if you're not sure, you can go back and check that. But you can drag it, click it and drag up until you've reached where you would like your music to start. So you see it goes all the way across along with our voiceover. And I'm previewing it. I know this song pretty well, and I would prefer to have the more exciting part of the song, which is not this part. So what I need to do is I need to trim it for the parts that I would like to use. So again, I click on my handy little gear, and I go up and click on Clip Trimmer. Just as we have in the video trimmer, we have these little yellow handlebars that we can drag to the point where we'd like to start and stop as well. Okay, once you've gotten that section, if you want to preview it, you can press the space bar. This is my movie. when you're satisfied, you can click done. And if I go back and check it, this is what I get.
This is my movie. This is me in Chicago's Chinatown. These are...
Now that's just fine and dandy, but I would like to make my music just a little bit louder. When you do put music in and you have a voiceover, iMovie is very handy in that it automatically makes your musical track a little bit quieter. But in this case, I think we'd like to bring it up just a little bit, and we can do that by accessing in the gear we can do that by clicking on the gear and clicking on audio adjustments. You see our volume is here. Just as we adjusted in the voiceover, we can make it a little bit louder. And when we're set, we can click done.
This is my movie.
And that's a little better volume for me. Finally, on our audio, maybe we want this to fade out. We would like the voiceover to remain for the rest of the time period here. And the way that we do that is by, again, clicking on the gear, clicking audio adjustments, and you see there's a natural fade in and fade out. For me, half a second is not enough fade out time. I prefer to have a little bit longer, so I can drag and choose 2.5 seconds. It's a little bit better for me, and I click done when I'm done, and I can test it out, of course.
These are my cats.
And you can clearly hear that it has faded out. Okay, so the last thing that I'd like to show you today is how to eliminate the sound from your movie. So, got this movie. Again, I can take my handlebars and highlight the parts that I would like to have, click and drag it up into my movie. So maybe I would like to add some more music to make it more exciting rather than just one that is either mine or was gotten from a website with Creative Commons sharing. So I will take my clip and drop it in. I'm going to adjust the volume just a little bit because I know this one is going to be a little bit louder than the previous one. And if I were to have these both going at the same time, it'd be very hard to either hear the person talking or to hear the music. And that's not very, we don't like that. So what we have to do is turn the audio off. So we go back into audio adjustments and reduce the volume all the way. That way we still have the action and the music. If it is important what is going on in the movie, we can go back to our titles and add in what's happening here. So maybe I just drag and again it turns blue and I can type in my current book. This is really useful when making videos for, say, a curriculum night or an open house where maybe you want to show what the students are learning but not necessarily have all of the banter going on in the background. The last thing I'd like to share with you for this tutorial is how to preview your project in a full screen. It's very easy. All you need to do is go up to the Window, pull down menu, and you can click Show Project Full Screen, or you can do Command 6. And that will have you enter into the full screen, and you can always press your space bar to start and stop so that you can see how your movie's going.
This is my movie.
Okay, in order to exit, you can either X out here or you can just press Escape as well. And that'll do it for this tutorial, so go have fun.